Hello friends, welcome back to History by HK. Today we dive into the fascinating life of Napoleon Bonaparte, a man who rose from humble beginnings to become Emperor of France, conquered much of Europe, and left a mark on the history that is still felt today. Stay tuned as we uncover the rise and fall of the most famous figure in world's history. Napoleon was born in 1769 on the island of Corsica, just months after it was taken over by France. He grew up in a modest family but showed brilliance from a young age. Sent to military school in France, young Napoleon faced bullying from his Corsican accent and short stature, but his sharp mind and determination set him apart. By the time he graduated, he was already recognized as a gifted artillery officer. Rise during the French Revolution. The French Revolution who broke out in 1789, changing the country forever. Chaos and war gave ambitious men like Napoleon a chance to prove themselves. His big break came in 1793 when he helped recapture the city of Toulon from royalist rebels. His clever use of artillery earned his fame and promotion. In 1796, at just 26 years old, Napoleon was given command of French army in Italy. Against all odds, he defeated much larger Austrian forces, winning battle after battle with his innovative strategies. Suddenly, Europe knew his name, the Egyptian campaign. Not satisfied with victories in Europe, Napoleon launched an ambitious campaign in Egypt in 1798. His goal was to weaken Britain by threatening its trade routes to India. Although he won famous battles like the Battle of the Pyramids, his fleet was destroyed by British Admiral Nelson at the Battle of Nile. Militarily, the campaign failed, but it also brought great cultural discoveries like the Rosetta Stone, which later unlocked the secret of ancient Egyptian writing. Seizing power. The coup of 1799. By 1799, France was unstable and tired of weak government. Napoleon returned and staged a coup d'etat, overthrowing the Directory and establishing himself as first consul. In just a few years, he restored order, reformed the legal system with the famous Napoleonic Code, and revived the French economy. The people saw him as a hero who brought stability after few years of revolution. Emperor of France. In 1804, Napoleon crowned himself Emperor of France in a lavish ceremony at Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. By doing this, he sent a clear message. His power came not from the Pope or tradition, but from himself and the people. He modernized France, building roads, schools, banks, and spreading merit based opportunities instead of privileges by birth. Across Europe, he was both feared and admired. military genius and conquest. Napoleon was one of history's greatest military commanders. He built a powerful empire through brilliant tactics and bold strategies. Battle of Austerlitz 1805, known as his greatest victory. He defeated both Austria and Russia in one master stroke. He conquered much of Italy, Spain, Prussia, and parts of Central Europe, spreading revolutionary ideas of equality and reforms. His soldiers, known as the Grand Army, were considered nearly unstoppable, but his ambitions kept growing, and so did the resistance against him. The turning point: invasion of Russia. In 1812, Napoleon made his biggest mistake, invading Russia. He marched in with over 6 lakh soldiers, but the Russians used strategy of retreat and scorched earth, burning their own land so the French found nothing to eat. When winter set in, hunger and cold devastated the French army. Only a fraction returned alive. This disaster shattered Napoleon's aura of invincibility, downfall and exile. After Russia, Europe united against him. In 1814, Napoleon was forced to abdicate and was exiled to the island of Elba. But he was not finished. In 1815, he escaped and returned to France. The people welcomed him and he ruled again for 100 days. His final defeat came at the Battle of Waterloo, where British and Prussian forces crushed him. Napoleon was captured and sent to remote island of St. Helena in the South Atlantic. There he lived under British guard until his death in 1821 at the age of 51. Legacy of Napoleon. Napoleon's legacy is enormous. His Napoleonic Code shaped modern legal system worldwide. He spread ideas of meritocracy, nationalism, and secular government. He modernized armies and introduced strategies still studied in military schools. But his war also caused millions of deaths and left Europe scared. To some, Napoleon was a visionary leader and reformer. To others, he was a ruthless dictator obsessed with power. What cannot be denied is that he changed Europe forever. And that was the incredible story of Napoleon Bonaparte, a man who rose from obscurity to rule an empire, only to fall because of his own ambition. What do you think? Was Napoleon a hero, a villain, or a bit of both? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to History Batch Ke for more epic stories from past. See you next time. Take care.